Hello painters, it's Debbie from acrylicpouring.com, and today I'm feeling like I need a little extra sparkle in my life today. So I thought I would do a swipe with just metallics because I've never done something like that before. So I have got, this one is a Craft Smart Sapphire. This is this really striking blue one just here. Then I've got the Deco Art Metallics in Berry. That's this nice burgundy colour there, well, berry colour. And then I have the Deco Art Metallics again in Peacock Pearl, and that's this one. And then I have my regular economy gold just here. Each one of these has been mixed with some Floetrol. So I have around 50% of the paint volume. So if I had a tablespoon of paint, I have a half a tablespoon of the Floetrol in each of the colours. Then I've used some water just to water them down to the right consistency, and pretty much these ones, they're already quite thin, they barely needed any water. And then in terms of additives, today I've gone with the dimethicone from the KY True Feel, and I've put 1 drop of dimethicone in each of the colours. I've also got a little bit of white, which is pre-mixed. This is just water, Floetrol and paint, doesn't have any other additives in it. And I thought I would lay these 4 colours down, put a little bit of white and swipe over the top, and I'm hoping it's going to be really sparkly, and we'll see what happens. So I've just prepared the canvas by painting gold around the edges because I thought that would look nice. I like it when my swipes have a solid edge to the canvas, and then I don't feel so concerned that I have to make my swipes go over the side. But what I will do is, you know, when I get little dribbles over the side, I think that looks really cool against an already solid background. So I think all I need to do is just layer these on. So shall I do wide bands? I don't have a whole bunch of paint, so let's see what happens. If necessary, I can mix up some more. So let's go with a little bit of blue. Very nice. I think maybe I'll put 2 bands of each colour, and we'll see how that covers the canvas, whether I've got enough paint or not. There's the blue and some gold. So you've been watching me for a little while now with all of my pours. You'll know that I like the sparkle, I like the metallics and the golds and anything like that. But what kind of colours do you like? If you've got any favourite colours that you like to paint with, or that you like to pour with or swipe with, and why? Is it because you always get good results with those? Or because those, you know, they match your colour scheme, or maybe you find those colours are ones which sell well? I don't know. For me, anything with the sparkles, the metallics, the deep rich colours, whoa, stick accident, I really like. Oh, let's see, yeah, I'm a bit short on paint. Let's get a bit more of these out. I may need to mix another colour. And anything that's kind of rich and dark still appeals to me. But where I live here in the Caribbean too, I also really enjoy, you know, tropical colours, so nice blues and some vibrant greens from time to time. Although I find green kind of hard to paint with. For some reason, green, I seem to like it at the time, but then for some reason when it's finished, it's like, oh, too much green. Didn't like it after all. But what I try to do is, you know, do something different every time. I don't want to keep using the same colours. So I have lots of colours, and of course I have my go-to colours, the ones that I always feel comfortable in using. But I think it helps from time to time to get out of that comfort zone and try with colours that you aren't used to using or that you've never used before. So I've got plenty of gold. Let's put another layer of gold down the bottom here. It does look, well, I'll give it a tilt and see how much coverage I get, but I may need to just pause and mix up another colour, or mix up some more of one of these colours. Let's see, a bit of gold in there, and I've got a little bit of the blue left. Let's put that down the bottom. Nearly done. But for me, picking the right colour combinations is still a challenge. I'm a bit colour challenged when it comes to, you know, putting which ones together and finding out which ones are going to work or which ones are going to clash. I really like yellow and blue, but of course what I don't like is green. So I like to put yellow and blues in the pours, and then of course I get surprised when I end up with a lot of green in my pours, and I think, well, I shouldn't really be surprised, should I? I did have yellow and blue there. So I'm just going to stretch these out a little bit because I haven't got a whole bunch of paint, and I think it will probably give me enough to cover the canvas once I've stretched them a little bit and then swiped. It'll be fine. These colours are now coming together, and I think we can fill in down at the bottom too. Okay, let's just tip it back so it's not all blue. Oh, I do like these colours together. It looks really nice, and it is. Now I'm a little bit reluctant to swipe. They do look really good together, really good. Well, that's because they're shimmery, isn't it? You know, I love anything shimmery and metallic. Let me just tap these a little bit, make sure they come up to the edge. I'm sure they will anyway when we swipe, but they're matching up with the gold anyway. So let's give my white a little bit of a shake. I'm just going to pull it out a little bit. There we go. And I'll add a little bit of white up in the top here, just to swipe over these other colours. And I'm hoping that what will happen is the metallics will really shine out through the white. But of course there's always a chance that by adding the white I'll actually dull the metallics. So it's a bit of an experiment, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to swipe with my little paint chip cards as usual. I've got my cloth here, and I'll try and remember to clean off my card after every swipe, because I want to not transfer the paints that I've got on the card back up to the top again. So let's give it a try. Oh, enormous swipey selly things going on straight away. I missed the edge. Let's do that. What I do like with the small card is that I get little dribbly stripes between my swipes. So I get different patches. You know, I've got a patch here where it didn't swipe, and a little patch there, and I really like that. If I just did one great big one, I think sometimes it would end up a bit too uniform, and I wouldn't get the variety in the swipes that I like. Okay, let's get another card. That one's gone a bit bent. And there we go. One more. And now one more. And we should be done. Make sure I give that a wipe off so I don't get blue up in the white. And there we go. Oh, I just need to do a little bit on that bottom corner. It's not quite enough there. That's happy. That's made me happier. So let's take a look. That is definitely, wow, that is definitely shimmery, sparkly. Those metallics look fabulous. I have ended up with a lot of the blues and not so much in the way of the gold and the pink, but these small, oh, there goes a fingerprint in it too, that doesn't help. But the veining here with the white is really, really nice. So I'm wondering whether I should pop a torch over. I don't know. I never know with my swipes whether they're better off with or without. I'm just going to tip it up a little bit, see if I can get a little bit more of the red and the gold. And as I do so, I'm going to just tip some of the white a little bit up to the top edge, and if it dribbles a little bit, that's all good with me too. I'll just tap it there and we'll get a little bit dribbling down. I think that looks good. Oh, now it's gone right over the edge with that. Oh, I really like that too now. I hadn't intended to tip it that far, but now that I have, I like it. Because now I've got more of the red and the gold. Ooh, goodness. Now if I tip it again, I'm just going to get a few little dribbles come off this bottom edge this time. I think that is about where I like it. These, oh, those have just stretched out so much over the top there. That looks absolutely delicious. Delicious indeed. I'll tap a little bit of white into that corner. But otherwise, I think I am delighted. So shall I haven't used my torch for a little while, so shall I give it a little pop with the torch and just see if anything happens? I've got barely any gas in there, so not much is happening anyway. But it will pop any bubbles that I've got. Oh yeah, there we are, that's gone. Okay, now I am liking that a lot. Oh, the colours are just fabulous. The sparkle, everywhere is sparkle, basically, like everywhere is sparkle. The edges are gold, which looks really good, and then I've got the dribbles of paint coming down over the sides, which looks absolutely delicious, really delicious. And then just the small amount of white at the top, which is dribbling over. Actually, I'm just going to assist it with another little dribble just there, just to balance it up with some dribbles that I've got over that side. That looks good, and maybe a dribble in the corner, just like that, fall down. What about this other corner? That's already got a dribble. So I think that looks good. That looks very, very nice. Wow, I'm happy. Sparkle! I've got lots more sparkle in my life than when I started just 10 minutes ago. Okay, so let's bring you down so you can see some of these lovely sparkly details. There we go. It looks very nice. You can see what I mean about what I like to do over the sides. I have the sides painted gold, and then I get the kind of the pattern, the dribbles coming down over the side in various places, and that happens on the top and the bottom and all the sides too, and I really like that look. I think it avoids me having to try and over swipe, you know, and make sure the sides are covered. Of course, you could tilt the canvas first of all, or make sure when you lay the colours down that you have enough to make the sides filled in, but that's a personal preference. I actually like the way that it looks like that. So, can you see the sparkle? Oh, I think you can. There's a bit of glare from the light, but I think you can see all the sparkle in these paints. Sparkle 100% everywhere, because every single one of these is a metallic paint other than the white, which is of course mostly fallen off the top. So that is nice. Oh, sparkles, sparkly, very nice. Ooh, this corner, I think I like this corner. I like the gold and that berry colour together, but then there's also really nice bits here. Of course it's the and the blue. All of those colours go really well, actually. I think I picked well for once. I'm very, very happy with it. And this nice interesting band that kind of runs across the middle. Oh, now look at that little section. Look at that there. How does that work, I wonder? Oh, you can see the sparkle. Oh, sparkly. Okay, so now I'm just going to move this off to one side, keep my fingers crossed. Oh, look at that section there. Those tiny little bits, sparkles. I can't help it. I'm gonna have to move this off to one side and keep my fingers crossed everything is gonna stay just like this. And of course then I'm gonna dry it and varnish it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all finished. And here it is now, dried and varnished and ready to go off somewhere to a new home. The gold on the side is dried really, really nice, so that's all shimmery and sparkly and looking really good. And I like the way the paint kind of just dribbles down over the side. So I think with my swipes in future, I really like this kind of look. I might do more like that, but I realise it's not for everybody. Sometimes it looks nice with solid colours on the side, or you know, if you actually swipe your colours over the side too. But hell, I like it, and art is about what I like, not necessarily what my customers might like. So here we go. You can see it's a complete metallic swipe. You probably can't pick up exactly, you know, how gorgeous and shimmery all these colours are, but it looks really, really good up close. It almost looks kind of 3D. It's got some areas which are thicker than others, some which are thinner, some which have got, you know, as you can see, it's got the texture of any cells and things in here. So another painting that I'm absolutely delighted with. I can never go wrong with my swipes. My paints really seem to like swipes. I enjoy doing it too. I think in this one, if I were to do it again, I probably wouldn't tilt as much because, well, I don't know though. Does it look nice like that? It's got kind of, you know, a swirl a little bit to it like that, whereas the sort of the accountant in me often likes my swipes to be in straight lines. I like everything very kind of ordered, but you know, this style of painting is meant to be random, organic, you know, exciting in terms of what shapes and things you're going to get. So maybe I would tip it again, I don't know. Maybe I'd put a bit more gold in this top just to match with the golds on the side. I don't know, the patches of gold are nice. See the golds down in here, It's really, really nice. I love this gold. This is a Art Alternatives gold. It's really inexpensive, but it's just absolutely fabulous. So I'll put a link for that one if I haven't mentioned that already. And this one up at the top's nice too. So anyway, get yourself some of these lovely metallic paints and have a go with an all metallic painting, an all metallic swipe if you like your sparkly stuff like I do. Thanks very much for watching.